If you are looking for a bit more interesting way to play a halftime groove, then you're in luck, you're in the right place and watching the right video, because this is a halftime groove on drums. If you like that, remember to like and subscribe to get more of this kind of content every Tuesday. I've taught well over 1,000 drum lessons to people just like you, and I can show you too. I'm Gabriel, and you're watching the YouTube channel of DrumTipTuesday.com. All right, you know how we do it. Sticks in hand. Let's get a little warm-up going here, figure out what's in this halftime groove. First things first, I always like to put some kind of rudiment in it so that we can talk about it and also get from it the value of all the rudimental study that we've done in our lives. And if you haven't done a whole lot of rudimental study, then you're definitely watching the right channel, because we do this kind of stuff all the time. In this groove, what we have is a paradiddle, not once, not twice. And I know we've talked about that before, but every time I talk about it, I do something a little different. This time, we're going to do the ups and downs. If you've seen a video where I did the ups and downs before, bear with me, we're going to get to a cool groove. If not, this is what it is. First of all, if you don't know what a paradiddle is, some people don't, it's okay. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, and on you go. What we're talking about here is the accent that begins each grouping. Grouped in 4 notes, right, left, right, right, then left, right, left, left. Let's take a look at ups and downs, right? You're going to start with the right hand high, left hand low. You're going to play down, up, tap, tap. That's the sequence. Down, up, tap, tap, starting on the right. Down, up, tap, tap. Now you're on the left. Down, up, tap, tap. And again. Down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap. Now, you're probably wondering why I do that. There's a saying. It's not perfect practice. Sorry, I messed it up. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Now, there's no perfect practice. There's only being more specific about any specific thing of the practice, right? You can work on the speed, you can work on articulation, you can work on voicing. Today, we're working on articulation, right? Making sure we separate our accents and our taps real nice. It's easy to play it slow. But when you do that, when you play it fast, it's going to show itself. Your accents are going to be better, they're going to be more consistent, they're going to be more evenly spaced, everything. Let's just take a tempo and practice that together for a little bit. Just going to put 104 on here, and we'll do just 8th notes to that for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you notice in the way that I'm doing this, I'm being real strict about it to demonstrate it. Don't be afraid to sort of molar this thing up a little bit. In other words, you can move the arm first when you do this sort of thing. It's just going to look like this if you start in this position here. Yeah, I guess what you'll start in is sort of this position with the hand if you're in a molar stroke mode. We won't get into that whole thing, but just watch. Down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap, down, right? Doesn't matter. Let's play it a good bit faster. Same tempo and quarter notes. We played 8th notes, now let's play some 16th notes. If you're not up to doing this yet, don't worry about it. Just rewind the video and play it back. Use this thing to practice, all right? 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4. Let's do a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably noticing when I get to about that tempo, the real rigid down, up, tap, tap seems to go away. It goes away in the way that you can see the motion visually, but I gotta tell you, and you'll find this out too, it's still there. And the faster you go, the cleaner you will be able to play if you have some sort of method for keeping your accented notes and your unaccented notes clean. All right, when discussing a halftime groove, first things first, we want to know why it is a halftime groove. And it is a halftime groove because the backbeat, the snare drum accent is on beat 3 and not beats 2 and 4. All right, we're cutting the bar, look out, essentially in half, right? So how do we do that? We're going to play a couple combinations of right-left kick. We're going to put our paradiddles in there. More specifically, let's go through it one beat at a time here. Putting the music up right now. Boom, there it is. Now, beat 1 over here, you're going to have the kick, and you're going to have the right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on a ghost stroke snare drum, and then kick drum on the of 1. On beat 2, you're going to see your first paradiddle. Right, left, right, right. The right hand's just going to stay on the hi-hat, left hand's going to stay on the snare drum. It will change it up a little bit on beat 3, right there, right? Going to have an accent, that which makes this a halftime groove. Then right, left, left to finish off that second paradiddle. Then on beat 4, you're going to have the right hand on the floor tom, 2 left hand ghost strokes, and then the kick drum. And here's what that's going to sound like at 3 progressive tempos. Okay, so you have that, but you don't want to play that over and over and over again, all right? So what we're going to do is take the exact same combination of rights, lefts, kicks, and change the voicing. Voicing. It's going to make 2 more variations on this thing so that we can create a 4-bar phrase, right? So how do 3 things make a 4-bar phrase? You're going to play the basic pattern that we just talked about. You're going to play this variation that we're about to talk about. Then you're going to play the basic pattern again. Then you're going to play another variation coming soon, right? And that's going to make a nice 4-bar phrase out of this thing, all right? Speaking of which, first variation is going to start off remarkably similar, right? Beat 1 is the same. Beat 2 is exactly the same. Beat 3, we're just going to take that one hi-hat part, one hi-hat note, and put it up on the first tom. And then beat 4 is exactly the same. Let's do 3 tempos of that. All right, variation 2. What we're going to have, once again, beat 1 is exactly the same. The sticking throughout is exactly the same. You're now going to move the right hand in the first paradiddle on beat 2 up to the first tom. Then you're going to move the right hand down to the down to the second tom on the E of beat 3, and then beat 4 is going to be on a third tom. Now I'm doing it 1 mounted, 2 floor. When I do a 5-piece kit, that's how I do it. 1 mounted and 2 floor. If you have 2 mounted, 1 floor, or whatever combination, it'll work, right? You put it on your kit in your fashion. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, we're just going to put this whole thing together, the core groove, variation 1, core again, variation 2. Just remember that after you learn this groove, and I really hope you do, hope you spend some time with it, rewind, drum with me, figure it out. You take this concept, and anytime you're in a situation where you feel like what you're playing has become boring, stagnant, and you're just tired of doing it, don't just play any old thing. Think about this formula. Play the thing, small variation. Play the thing again, second variation. You can always do that to keep your grooves, especially a nice halftime groove like this, nice and exciting. So, let's go check it out now. But before we go on, just a question before we get to the final part of this video. What's your favorite rudiment to put on the drums? No wrong answer. Could be a paradiddle, could be a paradiddle diddle, could be a Swiss Army triplet. Who knows? No wrong answer. Comment below. And if you like the kind of content that I share here on YouTube, then click the link below the video in the description to subscribe to drumtiptuesday.com. There you will find in-depth coursework, master classes, drumless practice tracks, and more that I only share on drumtiptuesday.com. And as always, remember to like, subscribe, and check out one of these videos next.